The morning opened its golden eyes, soft as a whisper on the edge of dawn, carrying hope in silent hands, laying it gently on the roofs of the world. Breath arrived like an unseen blessing, a rhythm no heart had to learn, a quiet drum gifted at the start, beating stories into fragile bones. Light spilled across the waiting earth, touching rivers, touching leaves, touching the tired face of night until darkness loosened its hold. Somewhere a child laughed at nothing, and that sound held the universe together. Somewhere an old man closed his eyes, thankful for one more sunrise. Life does not knock before entering. It blooms in the middle of storms. It sings through broken windows. It plants gardens in abandoned places. Every scar is a signature of survival. Every tear proof of a feeling heart. Every fall a lesson written in dust. Every rise a miracle in motion. We are shaped by invisible hands. Time, love, loss, longing, sculptors we never see, yet feel in every breath we take. The wind does not ask who we are. It cools the skin of kings and wanderers alike. Rain does not choose its rooftops. It blesses the rich and the ruined. Inside each chest lives a sun, sometimes hidden behind heavy clouds, but always burning, always waiting for courage to clear the sky. The gift of life is not wrapped in gold. It hides in ordinary hours, in shared bread, in tired smiles, in hands that refuse to let go. It lives in the mother's patient eyes, in the father's silent sacrifices, in friends who stay through silence, in strangers who show sudden kindness. Even pain carries secret seeds, buried deep in the soil of the soul, waiting for a season of strength to grow into wisdom and grace. Mountains stand because they endure, oceans move because they yield, hearts survive because they hope, even when hope feels thin as air. Night will come with its heavy cloak, stars stitched like distant promises, reminding every restless spirit. Darkness, too, has gentle lights. So breathe like it is a treasure. Walk like the earth is listening. Love like time is a fragile glass. Speak like words can heal. For life is a flame passed hand to hand, across generations, across tears, a sacred fire that refuses to die, even in the coldest winds. And when the final evening whispers, when footsteps slow and shadows grow, may we smile at the fading light and thank the sky for the gift of life. The sky remembers every prayer ever breathed beneath its blue. It keeps them folded in the clouds until the right moment to rain them back. A single seed splits silent earth, never doubting what it cannot see. Reaching for a sun it has never met, trusting warmth it only feels. So too the human heart grows upward, cracking open in unseen ways, breaking not to end its story, but to let more light inside. Footsteps echo down dusty roads, journeys stitched with joy and ache, each mile a teacher without a voice, each turn a test of faith. We carry homes inside our chests, memories lit like evening lamps, voices of those who shaped our days still guiding us through dark. A smile can mend a shattered hour. A word can lift a sinking soul. Small kindness travels far beyond the hands that set it free. Life hides in the simplest things. Steam rising from morning tea, the smell of rain on waiting soil, wind playing with careless hair. Even silence has a heartbeat. Even stillness gently moves. The earth spins quiet miracles while we worry about tomorrow. Time is a river without edges, carrying laughter, carrying grief, yet never stopping, never tired, flowing toward a secret sea. We lose, we learn, we love again, like seasons turning without regret. Autumn does not mourn its leaves. It trusts the promise of spring. The moon borrows light yet shines, teaching borrowed strength still glows. Even broken hearts reflect a beauty born from scars. No life is small, no breath too weak. Each soul a note in a cosmic song, together rising, falling, blending into harmonies we cannot hear. The gift of life is not perfection. It is the chance to try once more, to stand after trembling knees, to hope after heavy nights. Some days will taste of quiet sorrow, gray like clouds that will not move. But even storms grow tired of crying. Even rain must end. Then comes the shy return of light, slipping through a tiny crack, reminding broken windows softly that dawn has not forgotten them. We are travelers made of stardust, wearing bones like borrowed coats, walking briefly on this turning sphere before returning to the stars. So hold each hour with gentle hands, forgive quickly, laugh loud, say the love you are afraid to say, let gratitude be your language. For life is a story told in breaths, a poem written without a pen, a miracle too common to notice, too precious to waste. And while the heart continues beating, while eyes still greet the light, may we walk in quiet wonder, honoring the endless gift of life. The road stretches beyond the horizon, painted with footsteps of those before, dust rising like forgotten dreams still searching for their sky. Morning dew clings to blades of grass, tiny worlds trembling in silver light, each drop a universe of reflection, each moment balanced on the edge. Birdsong stitches the air with music, notes no hand could ever write, proof that joy needs no permission to bloom inside the chest. Clouds wander without a map, changing shapes yet staying whole, teaching hearts that shifting forms do not mean a shattered soul. Some days arrive in heavy coats, cold with worry, thick with doubt, yet even winter hides a pulse preparing green beneath the ground. The hands we hold become our anchors, warm against the winds of change. Love is not a fragile thread. It is rope woven from shared storms. A single candle defies the night, its small flame bold against the dark, and suddenly shadows lose their throne, retreating from that quiet spark. So too one hopeful thought can rise, a light inside a crowded mind, pushing back the walls of fear that once seemed carved in stone. We are not meant for stillness only, hearts are wings in folded form, waiting for a leap of faith to remember how to soar. The river does not keep its water. It gives and gives, yet stays alive, flowing by the art of letting go, moving forward, not behind. Forgiveness is a hidden key, rusty, small, yet strong enough to open cages built of pain and free the trembling soul. Laughter echoes longest in the dark, like bells across a silent field, reminding sorrow, firm but kind, that grief does not own the sky. Life paints murals in passing time. A glance, a touch, a fleeting word, colors bright and colors dim blending into meaning. Even endings were gentle hands, closing doors with quiet grace. So new beginnings find their way through cracks of yesterday. The heart, though bruised, still beats belief, still drums the rhythm of again. For hope is stubborn as wild grass, growing through the stones of never. Look how the sunset burns in gold, not grieving the day it leaves, but turning farewell into art, a final gift before the dark. Stars wake like patient guardians, pinning light to velvet night, whispering to restless souls. You are small, but you are seen, and when sleep lays its tender veil, when thoughts grow soft and slow, dreams unlock their secret doors where courage dares to grow. Tomorrow waits with open palms, carrying chances yet unnamed, fresh pages in a book of breath still warm from being written. So rise, even if your steps are small, even if your voice still shakes, the world is changed by quiet hearts that choose to love again. For life is not a distant treasure. It lives inside this very now, in every blink, in every sigh, in the simple fact we are. And through all storms and silver dawns, through loss and light entwined, may we walk with grateful wonder inside this gift of life. Shadows fade where courage walks, even if the steps are slow, the earth still feels the quiet strength of those who rise from low. A heartbeat is a humble drum, yet it leads the dance of days, keeping time for fragile hopes that bloom in hidden ways. Morning does not rush the sun. It waits with patient skies, teaching us that timing, too, is wisdom in disguise. Tears are rivers of the soul, washing dust from wounded sight, leaving vision clear enough to recognize the light. Hands that tremble still can heal, voices cracked still speak what's true. Broken does not mean the end. It means light is passing through. Every face we pass in crowds holds a story deep and wide. Battles fought in silent rooms, oceans kept inside. So kindness is a sacred art, given free, yet worth so much, a gentle word, a listening ear, the miracle of human touch. The wind that bends the tallest tree also cools a fevered brow. Power does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers now. Time will take what we can't keep, moments slipping grain by grain. Yet what we give in love and care outlives all loss and pain. Even ashes feed the soil. Even endings shape the start. Nothing truly disappears that once has touched a heart. Look how children chase the light, laughing without fear of fall. In their joy, the truth stands bare. Life was meant to be lived full. We gather sunsets in our eyes, store them where the darkness stays, so memory becomes a lamp for future, unseen days. The road may twist, the map may fade, stars may hide behind the gray. Still the soul keeps pointing north toward a dawn beyond delay. Breath by breath, the story grows, not in leaps, but gentle thread, stitched with seconds, sewn with now, in quiet colors spread. The gift of life is simply this: to feel the rain, to taste the air, to hold another's fragile hand and know that you are there. No crown is richer than a heart that beats with gratitude. No palace grander than a mind at peace in solitude. So walk this world with open eyes. Let wonder be your guide. For miracles wear common clothes and pass us every stride. When night returns with velvet steps, and stars begin to rise, may you rest in gentle awe of the breath between your sighs. And if tomorrow seems unsure, clouded by the unknown way, remember, life has always bloomed from seeds we couldn't see yesterday. So trust the dawn you haven't met. Trust the strength you've yet to find. For within your chest still burns a sun no dark can blind. Thus flows the endless, quiet grace, through joy and ache the same. A sacred, simple, shining truth, to live itself as flame. The morning comes again, as always, soft as a secret whispered low, and every leaf, every stone, every breath reminds us how life dares to grow. A spider spins her silver thread, delicate yet fierce, teaching patience in small loops, faith in the unseen pierce. The ocean hums an ageless song, waves rolling into sand, telling stories older than memory, of those who walked this land. Even a single candle flame can push back shadows' claim, and so can one kind word, one choice, ignite hope that cannot be named. Mountains stand in quiet pride, holding sky upon their heads. They do not falter in the wind, yet every stone beneath treads. We, too, are mountains made of dust, rising with courage, falling with trust, learning how to balance loss with love that cannot rust. A smile from a stranger can echo farther than any shout. A hand that lifts the fallen restores what doubt would flout. Life is stitched of countless threads, colors bright and colors dim. Each interaction, each small choice, a pattern that begins with begin. Even sorrow has its place, a shadow that teaches the eyes that light is sweeter after tears, that hearts grow strong where pain lies. Look how rivers carve the stone, not by anger, not by haste, but with persistence, quiet power, leaving beauty traced. And so our spirits shape the world, not always seen, not always loud, yet ripples spread from tender hearts into the sea of every crowd. Sunsets spill their fiery gold, clouds folding into quiet gray, and in that fleeting, tender hour we understand the day's soft way. Each breath is a gift we keep, even if unseen, unclaimed. A miracle know I can hold, yet endlessly proclaimed. Life hums in the smallest things. A bird in flight, a child's hand, the gentle sway of quiet trees, the footprints left in sand. Dreams are lanterns in the night, guiding feet on paths unknown, and courage is the tender wind that keeps them brightly shone. Even when the heart is weary, even when the sky is gray, life continues its subtle dance, promising another day. We carry songs from those we love, whispers from those gone before, and every note within our chest is part of life's vast score. So live like every second matters, speak like your words are seeds, love like time has no price, and trust the world in its deeds. For life is both fragile and fierce, a song that cannot end, a gift we hold with trembling hands, yet always willing to extend. And when the final star appears, and night lays down its veil, may your heart know it has danced with every wind and sail. The dawn will always find a way, even through walls of doubt and fear, light trickling into hidden corners, softly whispering, I am here. The breeze carries untold stories of lovers, strangers, kings, and fools, of hands that held and hands that left, of hearts that broke and hearts that ruled. Flowers bloom without applause, roses, daisies, quiet green. Their petals reach for sun and sky, a simple act, yet so serene. Even stones remember rain, the way it falls, the way it sings, and we, made of flesh and dreams, remember too in secret things. A single laugh can change a day. A smile can tilt a heavy heart. Even the smallest spark of joy can tear the darkest fear apart. Life writes in subtle ink, on pages we may never see. Each choice, each breath, each fleeting touch, part of the endless symphony. Rivers teach the art of patience, flowing, winding, never still, and we learn to bend, to yield, to trust, to follow the heart's quiet will. The stars have watched the world turn. Since time began to count its years, their silent witness whispers truth. Even darkness passes, disappears. Every scar carries a story, every tear, a hidden flame, every loss, a silent teacher reminding us we are the same. The gift of life is not perfection. It is the courage to go on, to rise, to fall, to laugh, to cry, until every fear is gone. A mother's voice, a father's hand, friends who stay through thick and thin, the stranger who offers unexpected grace. All gifts where life begins again. Even in grief, there is a rhythm, a heartbeat we can follow still, teaching that sorrow, though heavy, can be worn with quiet will. Mountains crumble, oceans dry, yet life finds a path anew, sprouting in cracks, in ashes, in dust, painting the world in every hue. Hope is not a loud declaration. It is the whisper in the night, the stubborn pulse in weary veins, the courage to choose light. And so we walk, step by step, learning that each breath is rare, that every moment is a gift, and every heartbeat, prayer. Time is a river that never stops, carrying all we do and are. Yet even in its ceaseless flow, we shine like our own small star. The wind bends trees but does not break them. Life may bend us, but we rise, for within our fragile, mortal shells burn fires that never die. Even endings hold beginnings, even silence sings a song, and every soul, in its own way, belongs to this dance all along. So treasure morning's gentle breath, treasure night's quiet embrace, treasure every fleeting heartbeat, every tear upon your face. For the gift of life is endless, not in years, not in fame or gold, but in the simple act of living, of hearts that dare to hold.